Hello everyone, and welcome to my Duel Today official news channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Sarah is thrilled by Xander's release. Johnny and Chanel's first dance together. Days of Our Lives spoilers for Tuesday, March 19th indicate that Stefan DiMera's attempt to have Harris Michaels fired on Clyde Weston's instructions will make Ava Vitali furious. Stefan will slap Ava across the face for that, but he'll counter that Ava has secrets of her own. That will enrage her even more when Stefan updates Harris on his own amazing night with Ava. Ava will try her best to clarify the circumstances, nevertheless. It wasn't like Ava and Stefan had a romantic moment or anything, it was simply two irate people who made a careless mistake while intoxicated. Day's teasers indicate that Harris will brush it all off and express his lack of concern over this knowledge. Harris will allow Stefan until the following morning to confess to the police since he just wants to make Stefan pay for trying to kill him twice. Paul Telfer's character Xander Cook will eventually be successful in posting bail and return home with a jubilant Sarah Horton. Sarah and Xander will have a very passionate reunion as a result, and they will undoubtedly appreciate getting back together. Speaking of getting romantic, it has been revealed via spoilers on Days that Johnny and Chanel DiMera would choose to consummate their new marriage at the Salem Inn. Chanel and Johnny have been very busy at the hospital lately, but now that Paulina Price is amazingly recovering, they will be able to spend some much-needed alone time. Kate Roberts will next speak with Paulina on Tuesday's DOL episode and convey her happiness on her friend's recovery. Will Paulina admit that everything changed when Lexi Carver received an angelic visit? Regardless, during their own catch-up session, Abe Carver will ultimately reveal some significant news to Roman Brady. Days teasers indicate that Abe will acknowledge the miracle he and Paulina experienced, so Roman might insist he believes in them, especially because Kate recently rose from the dead. Roman would be ecstatic about Abe regaining his memories and will also be relieved about Paulina's better health. Roman will be happy when he makes a prognosis regarding Abe and Paulina's prosperous future because it couldn't have happened to a nicer pair. Don't miss what's in store for Paulina and Abe later this week, according to spoilers for Days of Our Lives. Eli's covert FBI task, Constantine's repercussions? According to teasers for Days of Our Lives, DOOL, Eli Grant, Lamont Archie, took a job opportunity in Washington, D.C. When Julie Williams, Susan Seaforth Hayes, discovered that Eli would be collaborating with the Department of Justice and the FBI, she was thrilled. Might Eli's new task include eliminating Constantine Meliounis, the Greek con artist, given his growing terror? Let's talk about the possibilities as you continue to read. Spoilers for DOOL indicate that Eli and Sal Stowers' character Lonnie Price Grant have returned to Salem. Though it took longer than expected, Lonnie was released from prison before Paulina Price, Jackie Harry, died. Speaking of which, Eli and Lonnie were ecstatic to hear that Abe Carver, James Reynolds, had regained his memories in addition to Paulina receiving a miracle. Supporters observed Eli catching up to Julie. Eli informed Julie of the job offer that would allow him to collaborate with the DOJ and FBI at that point. Julie was thrilled for Eli, of course. Paulina, meantime, approved Lonnie's departure, but there was a great deal of shame involved. Lonnie thanked Paulina, but her expression was one of extreme relaxation. Fans are aware of Paulina's tendency toward exaggerated responses to the private choices made by her loved ones. According to spoilers for Days of Our Lives, Drake Hodgson's character John Black just found out that he was suspected of killing Constantine's daughter. John also heard Marlena Evans, Deidre Hall, being told the narrative by Steve Johnson, Stephen Nichols. John will determine that he needs to apologize to Constantine in person. After that, John intends to turn himself in to the police. John might not make it that far, though. Constantine has already used the pawn as a test card. Instead than seeking justice, Constantine wants John to suffer. Eli's employment history was withheld for a purpose prior to his departure. Eli's new employment might involve an assignment. Could that task be dealing with Greek con artist Constantine? Maybe the authorities have their eye on Constantine already. Could someone arrive in time to save Maggie, as Constantine reminds Teresa Donovan, Emily O'Brien, of their Kiriaki's goal? Would Eli Grant turn out to be that unanticipated hero? Before Maggie gets too close, will she find out the truth about Constantine? Will Eli be the one to save Maggie and take out Constantine? Post your ideas in the space provided for comments below. Don't forget to keep watching Peacock Soap Opera to see what happens next. After Xander is freed on bond, he finally gets to see Sarah, and based on their appearance, their relationship is heating up quickly. Additionally, spoilers hint that Johnny and Chanel's marriage will soon grow hot and heavy. Roman learns at the hospital from Abe, who helped him recover his memory. When Ava, Tamara Braun, finds out that Stefan was the one who shot Harris, he receives a much-needed smackdown. Before speaking with Ava, it appears that Harris even confronts the DiMera, as Stefan is still having trouble accepting what he did. Ava is shocked to learn about Stefan. Ava cherished Harris. She ended their relationship because she loved him too much for him to know that Stefan and she had been coerced by Clyde to sell drugs for him. Then, because Stefan was, well, there, Ava had slept with him. They both agreed that it was meaningless. Stefan then fired a shot at Harris. Ava ran back to Harris's side and into his bed since she was so distraught. When Ava finds out that Stefan was the one who nearly killed Harris, how will she respond? When Harris finds out that Ava slept with his would-be assassin, how will he respond? Sarah persisted in her belief that Harris was not shot by Xander. At last, enough people accept her story that her baby daddy is freed on bond and placed under Sarah's care. Will Xander be able to avoid difficulty, or will he make a foolish move in an effort to prove that he would never make a foolish move? Paulina and Kate talk about how incredible it is that her life-threatening illness turned out to be a complete non-issue and that she is now completely healed. While Roman is informed by Abe that the miracle was merely a logical one. Abe's late wife returned from heaven to reunite with him and remind him that he was now in love with Paulina. It was the remedy for her weakening heart. What about that is confusing? For star of Days of Our Lives Greg Vaughn, Eric, what began as a joyful family ski holiday quickly became a terrifying medical emergency. The actor revealed on Instagram how he ended up in urgent care after traveling to Colorado for his son's spring break. He joked, "I really feel like I work and live in a soap opera. I've said that more than a few times." This trip was an incredible experience, as always from Vaughn. During the initial days that Vaughn and his 3 sons, Landon, Cavan, and Jonathan, spent at the Cooper Mountain Ski Resort in the Rocky Mountains, everything appeared to be going according to plan. The actor, who previously portrayed Lucky in General Hospital, posted pictures of the group and a few buddies sledding, snowboarding, and skiing. Regretfully, Vaughn's situation quickly changed. During his Colorado spring break, Vaughn posted a selfie of himself on oxygen and a description of his declining health in his 3rd post.